Football Hall of Famer.
Blitz is on. Taylor picks it up. Fires. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Canadian Football League Grey Cup champion.
Taylor again, wide open.
And first-team All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
5 for Steve Taylor. That is a new Nebraska record.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, former All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
How about a little Kendrick Lamar to bring you in here on weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I'm Jake Bakoven in studio with the All-American quarterback himself. Steve, we got plenty to talk about, including that Super Bowl halftime show, the Super Bowl all together.
Yeah. So are you
News
feeling?
in Huskerland?
Are you feeling Kendrick? Are you vibing to it or what?
I like the song.
Come on.
He didn't play my favorite song that he has of his.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Wait, which one is that?
I think it's called Love. I can't remember what it's called.
you just know the beat, right?
Yeah, I'm not a
Okay.
huge Kendrick fan to begin with. Not that I'm anti-Kendrick. It's just, he's kind of taken over the rap game, and I have sat out of the rap game maybe the last 10 to 15 years.
Dude, I wasn't, I guess, I don't know who the big three would be. I think it's Drake, Kendrick, Cole. I wouldn't count the old school guys like Jay-Z. That's kind of older, right? But
Yeah.
I guess that's the big three. I don't know, right? But Kendrick has grown on me. But this last album, I was really feeling it. I liked it. Yeah. It took me a while. I didn't like They Not Like Us when it first came on. I did not like the song at all. I really didn't.
You didn't.
And now I like it. I guess how some songs just kind of grow on you.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, it was really kind of hard to understand. I didn't understand what was going on. And then once I really started listening to the lyrics, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does tell a story.
Yeah.
He does. And he's kind of an activist,
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah, he's a good lyricist. And
He raps with meaning, not just a bunch of stuff and junk and bling and blame and girls and all that kind of stuff. It kind of makes some sense. So I can relate to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about the halftime show? Did it live up to your hopes for him?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it very much. It's interesting because I had a friend over. I don't think he was a huge Kendrick Lamar fan or whatever. And I just wanted to see what his theme was going to be. And I love the red and white and blue. I love the Samuel Jackson. I thought he did a very, very good job. I would probably say it was probably in the top 3 or 4 Super Bowl halftime performances from my perspective.
Did you really? Okay.
I think the best one, well, obviously, Whitney, when she sang the national anthem, was up there at the best, but that's a different. But I think the Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg one, I love that one.
Yeah.
That's in the top. Yeah, I would put Kendrick up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some others. Who else would you say? Who would you like?
I mean, when Rihanna revealed she was pregnant, I thought that was kind of cool.
Nah, that wasn't.
I'm a Rihanna
That
fan.
didn't do anything. I'm trying to. I don't remember. Did Michael Jackson? I'm pretty sure Michael
Jackson kind of kicked it off. Yeah.
Okay, but that's so long ago.
Like
I really
92
can't.
or something.
92.
Yeah.
But I can't go back that far.
Prince always gets a pretty darn good review for people that love
Prince was
halftime
good.
shows.
No, but nothing really kind of blew me away. The Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake one,
Infamous.
the infamous wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
Otherwise, none of them really stood out. But I like the Kendrick one. I like the whole red and white and blue, the dancers and the whole Drake, scenario. I kind of like. Yeah, so I would say Kendrick to me was in the top 3.
Yeah, I was like Lady Gaga. She came down from the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, God, man.
Katy Perry was like on top of giant floats and stuff. So there's different ways to go about a halftime show.
It's true that. But I would say probably Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre is probably my number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was cool. The whole stage and everything. I thought that was cool. And of course, I love a lot of those songs. And I would put Kendrick in the top 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were in LA for the Snoop Dogg one too, I think.
Yeah, they were.
So that was
that
helped out a little bit.
No. Yeah, but I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed the game.
Yeah. Did you really? A lot of people did not enjoy the blowout nature.
Oh, I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
I was pulling for Philly. Just because I want, and defensively they were outstanding. Jalen Hurts was has had a good year. They had some controversy in the middle of the season or late in the season. And, Kansas City they've been overexposed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just tired of seeing all the commercials and the trailers. I'm not hating on them or anything. And I think obviously Mahomes and those guys are fabulous. I just thought, share the wealth a little bit.
Yeah.
Share the wealth a little bit. And, what better way to win a Super Bowl than dominate like that? You can enjoy the whole game. It wasn't a nail biter. So good for them.
Well, and it could have been interesting too. Obviously, if it was flipped, it was reversed, right? Any blowout is not the preference. You want a close game, but if you do have a blowout, I think it was better that the Eagles did the blowing out because, like you were saying, there's just kind of been like, okay, we've seen the Chiefs before. Yeah. Though it would have been historic. It would have been like, okay, now we're on our way to this three-peat. Then you start thinking, well, can they get 4 in a row? I mean,
and that was kind of annoying too. Like Patrick Mahomes is obviously a great quarterback, probably one of the best to play the game. But it just goes to show you that it was a tough day to play quarterback for him. And you can only do so much. And so I like it that it was really football is a team game. And they were putting so much on Mahomes as if he's Superman, that they can win regardless. People just didn't want to bet against Mahomes. I was the same way, right? But ultimately we know it takes a team. It takes a team, and there was not a better football team than the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
in all facets of the game. So I was very pleased to see that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to their GM and Sirianni, all those guys to build that complete team, like you said, without really any holes on it. Now, obviously, you can get better here and there on any team, even a Super Bowl championship team. But that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, they've got a great big offensive line, good wide receivers, one of the best running backs in the league. Jalen Hurts, when he's on, he can be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And then, every level of the defense is just, it's tough. And that was a Super Bowl that was won by the defense. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to revert to this. And it was nice to see that Mahomes is human. And I was hoping that this carries over to mini-me Raiola. I mean, really, right? Like, I'm like, come on. Like, hopefully this will have a positive effect on him some way, somehow, because it's just been too much, man. I can't open up Google without seeing Raiola and all the memes and the whole Mahomes thing. Now maybe they can just like be normal. I'm hoping it affects him some way.
But I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, I think the comparisons will still be there as long as he wears red number 15 and has the same haircut and all that.
But I think a lot of it was exploited because of how great Mahomes has been. Right?
Yeah.
So, it's great to be compared to someone who's great, but it's not great to be compared to someone who had a really bad football day, right? I mean, so I'm just hoping this adversely affects that situation, that whole theme and vibe, that we can get through that.
Well, it's interesting, too, with the Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, it's still one of the best players in the world.
Absolutely.
Led them to the, AFC championship, which is hard enough to do, with the Ravens and all the teams Joe Burrow over the years. That's going to give him a battle. Of course, Buffalo has been there year in and year out. So it's still, I think sometimes we look at a Super Bowl and say, okay, well, the Chiefs didn't have a very good season. And they were, they had like 2 losses all year, 1 year, or 1 loss or 2 losses, I suppose, if you include the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes starting, and were able to win the AFC, like you said, with somewhat of holes on their roster. I mean, their wide receiver unit, they had, Xavier Worthy had a good rookie year, but he's not quite, Tyreek Hill or anything. Their offensive line struggles. They don't have the best running game, so
it was a tough day, man. It was a tough day. I mean, God, I mean, I don't know if they really just had like a bad day and then it was compounded by playing such a very, very good football team and everything with the Eagles. And this brings up another point that we didn't talk about this earlier, because Cam Newton had talked earlier. I don't know, he was on there, they asked him, would you give up your MVP honors for a Grey Cup, for a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And he said no. And he took a lot of backlash from that. And I don't know if we talked about this last time.
I don't know.
But it was nice to see Jalen Hurts get his Super Bowl ring. And he was there. He's been there, twice, right? And then you have a guy like, if you ask the Ravens quarterback, Lamar, hey, would you give up your MVP awards for Super Bowl champion? Would you do that? I think he would. I know I would in a heartbeat. I would give up whatever honors I have to have a national championship. I would put that far, and much more success or eyes of whatever than your individual honors. Although I expect, I appreciate individual honors, but that's the pinnacle of the pinnacle. Right?
Well, let me ask you this because
so,
it is a good comparison, your college career, to kind of what Cam was saying.
Yeah.
Is, I think there's a levels to it, right? If you're the backup guard, you'd probably rather win the MVP, right? Because that puts you in a whole different stratosphere. But if you're Lamar Jackson and you're already in that
even if you're a backup guard, I would take the Super Bowl.
Really?
Well,
over an MVP trophy, you realize as the backup guard, you'll never get into that stratosphere. An MVP would be changing your life as far as like money coming, all that sort of stuff. You'd rather win. You really are that type of a team player.
I would take it in a heartbeat.
Wow,
I would.
Yeah.
No question about it.
So if Nebraska would have won a championship in your time, you would have been the third stringer. That'd have been fine with you.
Of course, I'd be happy to be there. Of course I would. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would give up my first team all Big 8 quarterback selections. I'd give up my MVP honors in bowl games. I would give up my All-American first team status. I would give all that stuff up to have a national championship. Well, now, I would love to have it all.
Yeah.
Just don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose today, if you say, hey, would you want to rather be a first team All-American or would you like to be national champions? I'd like to be national champion.
Yeah.
Yes, no doubt.
That's good to hear. I know for some people they're going to feel that way. Maybe I am a little bit too much of a individualistic or whatever.
No,
but
I don't think it's that. That's the pinnacle.
So is the MVP though. I mean, then you're the one guy in the league.
Yeah, but man, like
the one.
That's arbitrary. That's arbitrary.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen those MVPs aren't necessarily turning into championships. Same thing with the Heisman, right? I mean, we do this voting before the championship, and I don't know if you want to make it championship based or a regular season award.
That would be a good question to ask Eric Crouch. I'd be interested to see what Eric would say about that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Eric would take the national championship.
I'm pretty sure he would too, but that's what I'm saying. I think there's levels to it, and so that's why your answer kind of surprised me because I think there's certain group, like if you are in that again, if you're an All-American, if you're like okay, give up the award, but you're still like fighting, but if there's
only one award I would take
over a championship,
there's only one I would take.
What's that?
Well, I take that back. There may be two.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. There may be two. One would be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Just to get to the Hall of Fame, you'd rather
if I said that, or would you take a Super Bowl? Oh man, that would be tough. That would be tough. Because that's in a whole new league of its own.
Yeah.
And I would kind of compare the Heisman with that. I really would. Although the Heisman, sometimes not the best person wins the Heisman, right? But those are only two, after it's all said and done, I'm talking about years and years after your career, that if someone asked you that question, which would you prefer or which would you take? I would maybe struggle with that, would be into the NFL Hall of Fame or Super Bowl champion. Or maybe I would kind of say the Heisman may be up there with that because that's a whole new exclusive club. That's a whole different thing. That's how highly I value the national championship and also the Heisman or being into the NFL Hall of Fame. Because you're saying you were the best of the best.
Yeah, for a long period of time.
For a long period of time.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I was saying. Now, if they'd ask Cam Newton that, the MVP, no doubt, you can take that. You can take that. Give me the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, because he was so close to that Super Bowl, maybe he should,
That's another reson why. That's another. You're so close. You're so close. You're like, I was somewhat close to that. Eric was close to it too. Inside chance to win it. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
No, those are only two prestigious awards that I would consider keeping versus the national championship or the Super Bowl. I would struggle.
Well, and of course, I think the funny thing is that most players or most people would probably just say that they would want to do the opposite of what they did, just because the grass always looks greener, right? Like athletes want to be musicians want to be athletes.
I would love to be a musician,
right? Just because
I would love to be an entertainer.
They got the best. What your life was like with what you were able to accomplish, but Like if you are a Hall of Famer and didn't win the Super Bowl, you are jealous. You want to know what it was like to win a Super Bowl. But of course, there's people with the Super Bowl
That
on
would be
the
a
other
great
side.
question to ask. If they would really be truthful, what would Charles Barkley say?
Yeah. Would you give all of it up just to win one title?
I think Barkley would.
Yeah.
I would love to ask Barkley that. Hey, Charles. Okay. What would you give up to have an NBA championship ring? What would you give up your Hall of Fame status? Like I would ask him,
Yeah.
would you give that up?
Yeah.
Let's see what he says. God, next time I run into Charles, I'm gonna ask him that.
That'd be good.
I'm gonna ask Eric that too.
Yeah. Of course, with Charles, though, even just one title won't help him too much in his arguments with Shaq. So,
Well, at least he has the one though. But you have the one,
right? Yeah.
If you have the one, right? I have guys I play with in the CFL that I went to 3 Grey Cups and they've never gone to a Grey Cup.
Yeah.
And they never won it, right? So I felt complete with my career that I won the best. You're the best. So that gives you a certain feel of satisfaction.
Yeah.
It does. And that's the thing about being in college football. Like I was voted one of the best quarterbacks in collegiate sports, right? That's kind of a exclusive class, right? You kind of feel complete. I mean, I'm just being real with it. You kind of do. Like you felt like, okay, I can live with myself.
Absolutely.
But or you accomplish some things that you want to accomplish. But yeah, that's a great question.
When you got your All-American status, because it's dawned on me now that these awards, I figured you would be getting an email or a call or something. Sometimes you just find out in the paper. Did somebody tell you were an All-American?
No, you just
hear about
the
it.
Sports Information Office contacts you.
They will, yeah.
Yeah, and they tell you you've been voted.
Yeah. 'Cause I've heard from a few athletes that just say, "Yeah, I found out about it on Twitter." Or
Yeah, you find out.
somebody
But back
gave me
in the
awards.
Sports Information Office will contact you.
Yeah,
Chris, my girl,
there
she
you
will
go.
come down and say, "Hey, you've been voted this and that," and it was kind of cool.
How did that moment compare to some of your other awards, like All-American? You just said it. It's
No,
elite class.
my goal was to be one of the best quarterbacks in collegiate football during my time,
yeah,
and for 2 years I was.
and that
2 years I was.
yeah that kind of.
And so I mean that was always my goal to be. First of all, you want to be the best you can be, but you want to be the best in the conference, and you want to be one of the best in the nation. And that was always a personal goal of mine, along with wanting to be national championships. Wanting to be a national champion and Big 8 champs. We did that. So yeah, I wouldn't give up my Big 8 championship. I wouldn't give it up.
Yeah,
You can take the honors.
Mm.
Yeah, I would definitely take the team events over. But I do, individual accomplishments are great. There's no question about that. But, the team thing is the pinnacle for me.
yeah,
For me.
yeah. Not for Kim.
And I don't have either one. I have Big 8 championship. I have national championship. We were close in the hunt. And, not too many quarterbacks can say, hey, you were the number 1 team ranked in the country for a period of time.
Yeah.
And we did that.
At least you experienced that.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, anyway, so.
Yeah.
Enough about that stuff. But I was just curious with that because, but now I was so pleased that the Eagles won.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great game, man. I mean, look what Saquon gave up.
Yeah.
That was a huge debate going into that. Do you go for the rushing title? That's history, or he took a big risk with that
Yeah.
because he could have had neither.
Yeah.
But he's going to treasure with that decision far greater than what being the leading rusher, because those records will be broken. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't take a Super Bowl championship away. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with more weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I'm Jake Bachman. We'll be back after this.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Noticing more dust at home? It may be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Breathe easy and healthy. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Cupid, the messenger of love. That guy is totally undependable. This Valentine's Day, choose Petal Creations as your personal messenger of love. From designs that say, hey, I kind of like you, to you rock my world. We know how to create the perfect floral design sure to tell your Valentine how you really feel. We have so many design choices it will make your head spin. More importantly, they will make her head spin. PetalCreations.com or 423-6500. Stop in and see us at 56th and Highway 2 in the Edgewood Shopping Center.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
We currently have a great inventory of homes that are completed or almost complete available right now that you could move in within 30 to 90 days.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
In Woodside Village, which is in Northwest Lincoln, catty corner from the new Northwest High School, we have available homes right now that start in the lower 300s. Sod, sprinklers are included, all your kitchen appliances, brand new homes ready to go. A very accessible area, easy to get downtown, easy to get on the interstate. It's just a great location. Our designer has selected incredible finishes that will amaze you. Available homes right now that start in the lower 300s.
Call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Now back to weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here on a Wednesday. It's weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. Just a reminder, no Adam Carricker today, so one-on-one with DP will be coming up after this, and he will be talking to the Nebraska women's tennis coach. So that will be exciting. We had the men's tennis coach on the other day, or last week, I should say, but now... Sure, and I might mispronounce it, but I think it's Herman.
Come on, Bach, is the snow affecting you? Is it affecting your delivery?
A little bit. The snow does affect me a little bit. I had to go out there and scoop, and I'll say that the snow's still coming down. I hadn't packed down enough. Wasn't awful, but it's not the best way to start your day.
You know, the best time to shovel your snow is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is that right?
I used to get up and do that all the time.
Why is that?
Well, when I used to have my listings, and sometimes houses that are vacant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because there's no wind, it's nice and quiet. Yeah, and I used to love it. I used to get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and go shovel the properties.
You used to love it. I don't believe that part of it.
I did, man. It was part of my workout.
Yeah,
I work on my core. I would do my stomach presses and stuff while I'm shoveling the snow.
You must be shoveling the snow the right way, because half the time I shovel the snow, I just have back problems later.
Matter of fact, I did 2 driveways today.
Did you really?
Yeah,
yeah.
I did 2. I did my personal. Well, I did my personal home. My wife and we did that, and then I went and I had a listing that's vacant that I had to go and shovel. Now I paid my other 2, which is on my new constructions, because that's in my budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
But see the things I do for my sellers, man.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Going out there and working hard, but you enjoy it, so
well,
I don't know if we could say you know.
Dude, we've been so fortunate. It's February 12th.
Yeah,
this is our first, and it was so light.
Yeah,
it was easy, easy peasy. So I knocked it out real quick, and I got the rest of the day to just enjoy.
Yeah. I can't complain too much about it. I love Nebraska, but I do think there is a few months every year where we usually think, I don't know what I'm doing here.
You want to be gone in January and February.
Right.
And that brings up, hey, I have to give a shout out to one of my buddies. He's a black shirt, fellow Husker, Tyrone Bird.
Okay.
It's his birthday today.
Oh, nice.
And my vacations, I'm normally gone one time in January and one time in February. And this is the first time in years I have not had the opportunity to do that. The dates just didn't work out. We had my little grandson today, Nazir Taylor Webster, and my daughter's turning 30. Happy birthday, early birthday to Sydney Briggs Taylor, at the day after the 15th. So she has made it very clear to Dad that I can have nothing to do with Mom on her birthday. So they got a daughter grandma son trip plan where I can't call, I can't do anything and bother her, because Mom has one priority, and that's to take care of little Nas. So they're going to be in Arizona.
Oh.
And I couldn't even come out. She forbid me to come out. Can you believe that? I was trying to make a trip because I got buddies down there to golf. And I was like, I'm going to go down there. And she goes, no, Mom's not going out to eat dinner with you. She's here to watch Nas while she celebrates her birthday with her college buddy. So I'm taking it. I'm such a team player.
You are
I'm
team
taking
player.
it for the team,
you
man.
feel like a team player today.
Yeah. So they're going to be down in sunny Arizona, and when it's 75, 85 degrees, and it's going to be what, 20 here?
If that.
And icy.
Yeah. This whole week, I don't think it's supposed to be too good. I'm no the weatherman, but I look at my phone app, and that's what it tells me. But
you look at I just look outside, or I just ask. I just ask Alexa.
Yeah,
I love doing that in the morning.
Yeah, I struggle to really think past like 2 or 3 days ahead. So when somebody tells me, yeah, it's going to be terrible on Thursday, I'm like, well,
you're in Nebraska. You just, who cares what the weatherman says? Just get up and look outside.
Yeah.
That's what you may get the rest of the day. My wife does now. My wife, because she's a farm girl, she even tells me like if it's foggy sometime during the year, what it's going to be like in the winter or something. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, you guys really believe that stuff? Come on.
It all translates up
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Yeah.
And maybe it will. I don't know. We seemingly have had a light winter so far, but hopefully, in my mind,
We're almost in March, man.
Yeah.
March is
Halfway,
March Madness
almost
coming.
halfway there.
Once we get in March, we're getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any particularly fun snow memories? I know you played in at least one.
Oh
snow
man,
game,
yeah. Two. One was my sophomore year against K-State when they came, and I don't know if you remember this. They came in with a tractor and moved the snow at halftime. That was my first game really in snow. And then my senior year, we played in Iowa. We played in Ames, Iowa.
Okay.
It snowed the whole time, and it was great. And I was mentally prepared for it, and by then I was good. I think I was like I almost threw 100. I completed 100% of my passes that game.
Oh, nice.
And it was the big snowflakes too. Like
Yeah.
it would stick to your helmet and your hands. It was large, but I graded out almost perfectly that game.
Nice.
Yeah. So no, K-State my sophomore year. I got introduced to playing in the snow. It was fun for a little bit, but I couldn't wait for it to be over.
That one, it was too cold.
Yeah, it was just, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
And you're cold, your teeth are chattering, you can't remember, you can't call the play, you got to try to be tough, like, this kid from Fresno, California trying to be tough, and it's freaking cold, man. It's cold. Like, why are we doing this, right?
Yeah.
All that stuff I was told how great it is to play on the frozen tundra and rain,
Oh, yeah.
sleet and snow. No.
Didn't enjoy that time.
No, dude, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
You just kind of just mentally get prepared for it and get through it. But then, so I grew up.
Yeah.
And I learned how to play in the cold.
Yeah.
And learn how to practice
Embrace
in the cold. Yeah. I wish I wouldn't have, because then I probably wouldn't have been okay to go to Canada, because it was freezing cold up there, dude. That's a whole different type of cold,
yeah.
But no, I don't golf in the rain, and sprinkles, and cold temperatures. I do nothing like that anymore in cold temperatures.
Yeah.
But I will shovel snow.
At some point, you're
I don't even ski anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to ski.
Big time skier.
Oh, well, I thought I was. I tried it. You
Yeah.
know.
Good
But,
enough, at least.
Yeah. I told you I was carried off on a stretcher.
So not very good.
Well, we were racing.
Yeah.
Dude. We were racing. We had a race team in Canada, and I got behind, and tripped and ran into the trees, and they carried me off on a stretcher. That was kind of scary moment.
That does
there.
sound scary.
Yeah, and that's when I tweaked my back, and yeah. Anyway, so but I enjoyed it. It was fun. That one of the best times I had skiing was at Chateau Lake Louise. We had a ski match. We signed autographs and we skied. And man, it was in spring. It was like March maybe, and the sun came out. It felt like it was like 56, 57, almost 60 degrees, and it had snowed the day before. And I had like some snow pants on and just like a long sleeve thermal shirt and skied. It was so beautiful. And then that was one of the best times I had. And then one time we were up in Keystone, my mom's place, and we went skiing. And we went up there. We had this big trip planned. We went down 2 runs. And then by then it was cold. I was like, okay, this is enough. We went in the lodge and had Baileys and coffee
There you go.
and by the fire. And that was one of the best times I had skiing.
I was
It was
that
awesome.
could be
We
just
never
as fun.
we were gonna go back out and ski again, but we were like, this is too nice.
Yeah.
We had the big fire pit and everything, and the whole thing. You had the Baileys and coffee and some Crown or whatever. And we never made it out.
Yeah.
And plus, we were probably too intoxicated to go skiing, because you should definitely not ski when you're intoxicated, right?
That's probably right.
Yeah, because we've seen some terrible. That's always a scary thing when you're going down the slopes and you see a big pool of blood
Oh yeah.
on the snow.
Yeah.
That puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful around.
Yeah, so we never ventured out after that. So we did
Fair
2
enough.
runs, and then we were done by like 11, 12 o'clock. Yeah, so those are my best times in the snowy conditions. Yeah.
Do you ever try well, you're from the West Coast. Are you a pretty good surfer? Can you surf? Have
no.
you been able to?
No, dude.
No.
No.
That's
no.
difficult. I was gonna ask you because snowboarding.
It
but,
was
yeah.
scary, man, because no, I never. At first, I didn't have the means to do that, and then I just heard horrible accidents snowboarding, like Dr. Heiser, that kind of stuff. Dude, now I won't even go in the ocean.
Really?
I won't go in the ocean anymore.
Don't trust it.
No, I don't. It's too much. It's too much out there that you don't know about.
Yeah.
And we went on a family vacation to Cancun about 5 years ago. And I didn't know this, right? So we're having a great day, and I just walked out in the ocean. I just walked out there. You know, it was up to my waist in the ocean. And the next thing I knew, I was further out. And I was trying to like walk or, next thing I know, my feet were no longer touching, right? And I was trying to like swim back, and I couldn't. I didn't panic. I didn't know what was going on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like what's going on here? I was caught in a rip current.
Sure.
And but I knew I was strong enough to get back, and I wasn't. So I was like, okay, something's not right here. And eventually I saw some people coming out, like a lifeguard guy came out. My wife came walking up, and I was able to eventually get back to shore. And the guy said, yeah, we've been watching you, and you're in the middle of a rip current. And
that could be scary.
It was weird. And so then after that, we've heard these accidents where my daughter went on some cruise or something, and she stepped on all these sea urchins.
Oh yeah.
And she had, her feet were like done. And then you start hearing all these accidents with shark bites and stingrays and stuff, and a guy get killed. So I don't go in the ocean anymore. You don't know what's out there, man. Think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
And so no, I don't. I just get right where the water comes up and your feet there. That's about as far as I would go now into the ocean.
Fair enough. That's safe enough.
It's scary.
Yeah, I've had my own battles, I suppose, with being taken further out in the ocean than I wanted to. Yeah, not in too bad, but I can swim, but I can't float. You know what I mean?
All these sharks. Two people just got bit the other day by sharks. You hear all these horror stories now. So I told my wife, I said, I'm done going into the ocean. I'll just stay in the pool.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Everybody's got their own risks they're willing to take, and that maybe it's just some point it just doesn't seem to add up for you, and so I could agree with that. But all right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about some of the happenings in Husker football over the last week and get Steve's thoughts on them coming up next year on Weekly Wrap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
$93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, snow continuing throughout the day. And it will be cold. We'll see an afternoon high of just 13. Tonight, decreasing clouds and a continued cold, a low of 8 below. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high near 23. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual Planner Clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, February 19th and 20th. This hands-on event offers expert training on John Deere planners and performance upgrades, covering topics such as new technology, in-cab monitors, maintenance points, and options to increase your operations profits. New this year, classes on autonomy preparation and exact shot. Don't miss Landmark's Planner Clinic, February 19th and 20th in Hastings. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca remind you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. Proudly saluting our troops and veterans now and all year long.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Cupid, the messenger of love. That guy is totally undependable. This Valentine's Day, choose Petal Creations as your personal messenger of love. From designs that say, hey, I kind of like you, to you rock my world, we know how to create the perfect floral design sure to tell your Valentine how you really feel. We have so many design choices it will make your head spin. More importantly, they will make her head spin. PetalCreations.com or 423-6500. Stop in and see us at 56th and Highway 2 in the Edgewood Shopping Center.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com, because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Now back to weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back on weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I'm Jake Bachman in studio with your host, Steve Taylor. Steve, a couple of things to kind of get over, to break down here for Nebraska football over the past week. Of course, it's been rumored for longer than that Nebraska might not have a spring game. We're seeing more teams go to this. I believe Texas, Ohio State, kind of preparing for their spring get-togethers.
Media day, whatever.
Yeah,
fan appreciation day.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Are you offended by this college football's move to no spring
No,
game?
not at all. I'm actually cool with it.
Are you?
I can't tell you the last spring game I've gone to. Well, first of all, they've been televised,
yeah,
so you can watch them on TV, and it's like watching flag football.
At times it is, yeah.
I mean, it's like
touch
football. So I mean, there's not really a game anymore.
Yeah.
So just open it up to the public, a fan appreciation day, and let players sign autograph. Have a practice. Just have
Yeah.
a regular practice. I mean, that would be fun to watch. I get
Yeah.
more out of that than watching some dummy down artificial spring game.
Was the spring game, very important
Oh,
to
it
you
was,
back in the day?
the whole spring
Big deal?
ball was
Spring ball
called
was.
survival of the fittest, man.
Yeah.
We had 2 scrimmages throughout the week. We had a Tuesday and a Thursday scrimmage, a station scrimmage, and then we had the big scrimmage on Saturday.
Mm.
I mean, it was a major thing and a moving point to win your job.
Yeah.
It was, even winter conditioning was serious back then. You were heavy lifting and training and doing all that stuff, but with all the new NC2A rules, regulations of how often you can practice, how many days you can be in full gear, how many days you can have full contact, limited, all that kind of stuff. It's just been dummied down for many, many years. So, and now that you're paying players, you got to protect your investments. And according to your salary and whatnot, that determines where you are on the depth chart, and then you fight for your job in the fall camp.
Yeah.
So that's just where we are. I'm okay with that.
Easy for us to say here. I've just a couple of days away from football. By spring game coming around, we're gonna be wanting some football. We got to wait months now.
We can
watch.
There's a new spring league that they've been advertising. Have you
UFL,
seen that?
yeah.
So we'll watch that. Then we got March. I mean, yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It was the last couple of days. It was kind of a sad day that football has come to an end. I mean, when the Super Bowl is done, it's like, okay, now what do we do? And especially for me, I'm at an all-time low because I can't golf. I got to wait on these trips and everything. And I love watching, football. But March Madness is coming up. Hey, Husker basketball. It's a great time for basketball. Now you can just fully concentrate on that.
Yeah.
And I went to the Ohio State game the other day, and that was a great game. So it's nice to see them come back to life.
It has been really good for Nebraska basketball. They're starting to win their games and get back on the right side of the bubble. I did also want to ask you, and it's going to be an interesting kind of throughout the day how people take it. I don't know how much Creighton. Are you into the Creighton rivalry? Or would you not cheer for Creighton, or because they're an in-state school, would you cheer for them?
Why cheer for it? Yeah, I would cheer for them.
Yeah.
I like Creighton.
Yeah,
I'm not a Creighton fan. I got friends that went to Creighton and they love Creighton. I got guys that have Creighton season tickets. A couple of doctor friends of mine. But I would like to see them do well. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's just kind of interesting. I don't know if the whole state
and they're not
together.
really competing against us. We have our game against
one game
them.
a year.
Yeah, one game a year. That's just a little in-state rival. But no, we don't really compete with them. First of all, we haven't been at their level.
Right. That's been a problem.
I mean,
did beat them this year.
Yeah, but they've made the tournament. They've won a couple of games in the tournament.
They're top 15 program.
Yeah, we have not done that. So they're kind of in a league of their own. We're trying to. It's weird because we're division and we're D1, right? I mean, they're D1 too, but we're like our enrollment is 20-something thousand, and they're a private school.
Yeah,
but they're a basketball school.
But they had a heck of an atmosphere last night, is why I brought it up. They ended up losing to UConn, but they've developed this pretty. It's been hard for UConn to go in there and get those wins. Of course, UConn defending champion back-to-back now. And so Dan Hurley, I would say it's a great environment. Take
definitely
your kids and all that. But last night was not a kid-friendly environment because for a majority of the game that was bleep Dan Hurley, where the chance you were hearing, UConn did end up winning and beating Creighton. But I was just kind of wondering because Nebraska has this rivalry with Creighton. The Nebraska fans, some of them hate Creighton.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if we were banding together as a state against Dan Hurley, if that's just a Creighton thing.
No, I think we were.
Yeah.
And the Huskers weren't involved in that. So, when I'm not cheering for the Huskers, I'm supporting Creighton. Blue Jays, you bet.
Yeah. It's interesting because a lot of different people have different takes on that. I've always just liked the state of Nebraska basketball.
Didn't Tommy kind of got a backlash? He went to a Creighton game years ago and
wearing all Creighton.
And I didn't get that, right? It's a different sport.
Yeah.
And he lives in Omaha. I was okay with that.
Yeah. I think Johnny Rogers has got pictures of him out there in Creighton stuff.
Well, Johnny does whatever. He won the Heisman.
Yeah.
Johnny walks to his own beat. And we know he does what's in the best interest for I shouldn't say that. I love Johnny. There's a laughing running joke with Johnny about that. Yeah.
So I just thought that was kind of interesting. But if you haven't been to a Creighton game and you're interested, I think that it's a pretty fun atmosphere to go to. Certainly, I'm going to be looking forward next time Dan Hurley stops in Creighton, maybe to get some of those tickets as well. A couple other things that happened this past week. Nebraska's assistants got some raises, and specifically special teams coordinator Mike Eckler came in. Yeah,
they're making more money now.
There are a few assistants that are making a little bit more money. So Mike Eckler, the new special teams coach, is going to make $625.
He can afford one of my houses.
Yeah, he could.
I got a nice one.
Yeah, he just
for $900,000,
might
5
be
bedrooms.
moving right back to Nebraska. Might be somebody you go out there and go try to get. But yeah, he's. I think the last special teams coach made around $550. Raiola, and there's too many Raiolas now, but Donovan Raiola and Rob Dvorak, the offensive line coach and linebackers coach respectively, also got bumps in their salary, $150,000 more each.
That's what happens when you win a bowl game.
Yeah,
and you finish above 500, you get raises.
Yeah.
Are we going to get bumped here at the ticket?
I don't think we
aren't we shooting up with the ratings?
I'm not sure
leading the
we
pack?
get raises based on how the football team does.
Come on, man. You got to go fight for us.
That would be nice.
Come on. I'm depending on you.
I can try to put in a good word to see if but naturally, obviously, if they start winning more, there's more interest. There's might be more calls in to get out interviews elsewhere as well. So maybe an opportunity there, but no, I don't think the raises would be.
I need a bump, man, because I go negative when I come here and I forget to pay my meter. I get a ticket. I lose money.
You end up losing money coming here. The ticket guy, he gets everybody out there.
I set my car today, though. I set my car, and I love the app. I'm so old school. It's easy to do on the app. I always like to use my change in my car. But today I got my wife's car, which, the SUV, and she doesn't have a coin dispenser that has change. I won't talk about this car that we got. I'm just not very happy with it. But you can't put change anywhere in this car.
There's nowhere to put it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, we paid too much for this car. We can't even get a coin dispenser. And it was horrible in the snow today. I was like, God, my car, which is a sports car, is better than her car in the snow.
Do you like to have change carrying around with you? There's not much.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I plug the meters with that.
Yeah.
I just love it. I feel like it's money not coming out of my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, you never really count it as.
So I use my app today, and it's very slick. I just forget most of the time. Or I put enough in there anyway. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But today you won't be losing money.
No, I got it in there till since we did the show early today. Once again, I'm a team player, man.
That's right.
Like 11 o'clock, I was really hustling to get here. I'm kind of like in this slot now, though.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, because now we could be done at 12, and I can go have a legitimate lunch.
That's right.
Before I was always like in between clubs. Like at 12 o'clock, do I eat or not eat? Right?
Yeah. You got to make the decision before show.
So come on, DP, we want to bump in our pay, and we want to go to 11 o'clock. Can you handle that for me? You're my agent.
Yeah, I'll try to put in a good word, and we'll see next week if we're gone at 11 or 12.
Yeah.
All right, that'll wrap it up for weekly wrap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. Thanks again, Steve, for jumping in studio with us. Coming up next, one-on-one with DP Herman DeMagro will be his guest today, the Nebraska women's tennis coach. So we heard last week from the men's tennis coach. Let's see how the women are doing over there at Nebraska on the tennis court.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week,